Hello and welcome back to another rendition of Ammo Can. As you see, we've got the bike stand from the last video that I put together. It really didn't take me that long. I stopped for just a moment to go say hi to my uncle when he got here, and I didn't do anything off camera, so, well, except for trying to make sure I was in frame. And this bike here is going to be the project bike that I'm working on. Like I said, it sat for a long time. I've already put new tires on it, new tubes. I've had to tighten a few things on it. And then while I was trying to adjust the shifting on it, that's when the shifter broke. So we're gonna have to remedy these problems here. I'll go ahead and pick this up, put it on the stand, tighten it down so it doesn't slide around or fall off on me. I'm still so excited to finally have a stable surface to work on. Well, a more stable surface anyway. Alright, tighten up on there. Now we'll grab our stability rod. And go ahead and loosen it just in case it got twisted any. Now, I think this extends. Or is that all the way extended? No, it extends. And then you'll put one end down here, I believe. This is all my perception, so I'm sure I'll get up the instructions at some point and give them a look over. But I gotta make sure I got room to put my shifters and stuff on, so I'm gonna try and go closer to the inside, I think. Ugh, brand new rubber didn't want to cooperate. Oops, lost a line. Not sure where that came off of though. I know it was sticking up here. If I had to guess, I'd say it was probably down in here and then ran up through here. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna have to get new cable sleeves or not. That was one thing I wasn't thinking of when I got all of my parts, because I thought I was gonna be able to use the original slots, and I don't know if that's the case. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and pull these caps and hand grips back off. Hey, yeah, I just cleaned it up, tightened up a couple of things, put new tires on it. I did take the front axle out and repack the bearings. That was an experience for me. That was my first time doing it, and it went well, I think. Still doesn't spin great. It could probably use new bearings, but it spins, so that's the important thing. And then the back wheel. It works pretty well. I did ride it with no brakes and no shifting. Probably not a good idea. I'm not supposed to do that, but I did do a little test ride because I got it back on the ground and just wanted to check it out. Alright, now that we've got that, I'm going, oops, that's the old parts. I just want to kind of slide these on so I can size things up a little bit. And I feel like it's backwards. Why do I feel like it's backwards? Because I'm being dyslexic. Alrighty, got that. I'll grab the other one. And then slide it on, and then I can put the grips back on to see where those line up. See if I can do it right the first time. There we go. Now those are on. Time to find the handles. Yep, I already forgot where I put them down. I don't think I'm going to put the side handles back on it. I think I'm just going to leave it with the grips and the plugs. That way it gives a little bit wider of a handset for better stability. I don't like that they spin. I may have to get new grips for it eventually, but I'm setting this bike up for my wife, and I just kind of want to get her out and have the opportunity to try it before going too crazy for her, because she doesn't even know if she's going to like it yet. It's been a long time since she's been on a bike too, I'm sure. I'll go ahead and clean up some of my mess over here. This is the Viver bike stand. I think I found it on Amazon for $49, and it's the steel version. The aluminum version I think was $10 more. But yeah. And I did get her the actual Shimano shifters, and I thought I was getting knockoffs. They were $10 cheaper than the ones that were labeled with Shimano, and they had faster shipping. That's why I went with that. We were hoping to go on a bike ride this weekend, and that's still a possibility. So I need to set these here. Man, I love that little tray already. So nice. Alright, and I'm going to hang on to these because I'm sure I'll probably need those in a little while. One bag empty. And actually, I'll just toss that in this little box. Alrighty. The first thing I really wanted to do was put the brake stuff on, and I forgot I don't have any grease out here. So I will be back momentarily. Okay, and I'm back. Not really sure yet if I'm gonna have to go get some tubes or not, but well, for the cables. Guess they're actually sleeves, not tubes. Went ahead and grabbed a paper towel too. Now, everything that I've watched has said that you need to wipe them down, so we'll wipe them off again. because it's been sitting for about a week since I touched it last. Alright, got that. Now I'm just gonna, actually I'm gonna go ahead and pull the bolts out of the back and just do it all at once. That way I don't have to keep playing with grease. I don't know if I'm going to need to use these bolts or if I have new bolts in there, so we'll find out. Wipey wipey. And another wipey wipey. Downward angle on that. But I'm starting in the back, or in the front. I'll probably have to stand up for it, but sit down for a second. Get the lid off. It's not going to take a whole lot, so just a little dab will do you. And you don't want to get any inside your screw holes either. Defeats the purpose of the Loctite. Get a nice thin coating on there. You don't want too much on there because then it'll just smush out all over everything and then you're cleaning up a mess. Another little dab. Oops, see, I'm doing it already. Everybody makes mistakes. Well, not necessarily mistakes. We'll call them learning experiences. Everybody has learning experiences. That's what I like calling it. So that's what we're going to go with here. That's a learning experience. Don't get your finger so close to the hole. And I'm getting grease all over everything right now. There we go. I want to say thank you to my mom and stepdad for allowing me to use their shop. Alright. And now that everything's greased up there, I should be done with the grease. Alrighty. Go ahead and wipe it off the fingers so I don't wear it. That was another thing I did when I was repacking the bearings. I ended up wearing some of the grease. It comes off fairly easy, as you can see. Might leave a little film on my finger, but I'm not worried about the film. Toss that in the box and then open my little bag of brake parts. I think this was the company name on the brakes that I bought. I was just looking for something cheap that was gonna work, so this is what I found. So far, I'm digging it. I think these, as you can see, they do have everything packaged up pretty well. Oh, nice. Look, it even comes with the wrenches, and yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's where I'm gonna be saying don't follow my example, because you're supposed to put Loctite on your bolts, and I'm not going to be doing that, so fingers crossed. I will pull them back out at some point in time. Right now I'm just trying to get the bike going so I can do a short ride with my wife. Oh, I guess I should send out another thank you to my mom for giving me the bike and the opportunity for some content. But see, this little piece here you're going to want to put probably in the middle hole. That's where I'm going to start. And then that just gives you your tension. And then these little screws here are the adjuster screws, which we won't be getting into those just yet. I'll go ahead and slide that one on. And it would appear I'm probably going to have to remove this reflector. And then I'll have to figure out where to put it after that. Yeah, I'm going to have to remove that reflector. So, let's get into the handy dandy tool bag. Looks like it might be a 10. Nope, not a 10. That one shocked me. Didn't seem like it was much bigger. Okay. Hey, I was right that time. It can be somewhat natural for me to talk to you guys because I talk to myself plenty. Oh no, now I gotta figure out how to hold that still. Doesn't even have a hole in the front all the way through, so let's see what we can figure out on that. I've got a screwdriver with a flat head on it, but I don't know if I'll be able to hold it. We'll try. There we go. Hey, now it's coming loose. There we go. Alright, we'll just go ahead and take this reflector off. I don't really like taking it off so much, but we'll be alright. Just so we don't lose the nut. Toss that down in the bag for now. But okay, we've got our brakes set up there. And I'm probably going to need, I should probably tighten these up a little bit. And I can't remember what I did with those wrenches. It's okay, this one looks like it might be the same size, so fingers crossed. Hey, hey, hey. Look what we have here. It's the right size. ahead and tighten this one up. I'm not too worried about setting the angle on them right at the moment. I'll worry about that more later. After we get everything done and I get it back on the ground. Then I can get a better feel for everything. This left brake is going to be the front brake. I do need to grab one of these cable sets. So if I do a lot of wandering or babbling, don't pay too much mind to it. That's just my ADHD talking. There we go. I also have carpal tunnel in both hands, so they don't work the greatest. But they get me by. Some things I can do pretty well, others I struggle a little bit. Where's the rest of the ends? Oh, they're all wound up in there. Don't get me wrong, I am glad that they wound it all up like this for me, but at the same time, I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of a pain to get everything undone without poking my eye out. So we'll just take it a little bit at a time. Whoa, or not. It said my opinion didn't matter. Alright, there's our new cables. Alright, I'm so excited. Now my bike has Shimano on it, and I really like it. It feels like a pretty smooth shift. Now mind you, I have no experience with anything else, so I could be way off on things, but it works for me, so that's all I really care about. I don't need the best of the best to have a good time. And I'm going to go ahead and loosen this. I'm going to back it out to 3 turns after I get it all the way down. One, 2, 3. That'll give me a little bit of adjustment on that brake. And I probably should have done this before I even got started, but I forgot to. So now I'm just going to be pulling out random things and looking for the hose to slide it through. Alright. So I've got... I don't remember which brake was on which side, but I don't know that it's going to matter a whole lot. Looking for which one I cut. If I can find the one that I cut, I should be able to figure it out. I probably should have labeled everything before I did it, but I didn't. I kind of feel like... hold this up here just to see. Yeah, that should maybe work. Check it and see. Still got some pretty good flex, actually. I'm gonna grab my cleaner and lubricant spray a little bit of that down in there. Hopefully it will work out for me. Stick the tube down inside there and give it a little squirt. And one more for good measure. Alright. Got it sprayed. And I already threw my bag in here, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and pull it back out. Look at that. We almost got a brand new brake cable sleeve. Get a good little wipe down here. I guess I really need to kind of see where things line up, so I'm gonna go ahead and bust these loose. Should probably put the screws in them so they don't fall off. See, ADHD. Don't mind my babbling. Alright, I'll just bring this all over here and set in the tool tray.
Becky and Chris are gonna have hot dogs and I think sausages.
Okay.
So there's that. But I'm fixing an egg sandwich. Do you want an egg sandwich?
No.
Okay.
I'm alright. I still got a chicken sandwich in the fridge.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That was my mom. I've got a few uncles, but I've got another uncle whose birthday party is today, and I'm gonna go stop in for that. See if I can get my hands to stop wobbling around long enough to get this bolt in there. There we go. Like a glove. I don't know why. Oh, I know why that one went in so much easier for me. I had the tire up against my wrist. That makes sense. I have no idea about torque specs and stuff on this. I just know that it should still move freely, so wouldn't do me any good if I did know the torque specs, because I do not have a click wrench available at the moment. I have some, but they're all locked up in storage, and that's about a half hour, 45 minutes away, so I'm just gonna hang out, and I gotta pull these bolts back out at some point anyway, because I gotta put some Loctite on them just to make sure they're a little safer. Yeah, well, it's definitely gonna have some looseness to it, so it will move. There we go. Now I can take these loose. Let me readjust this a little bit. Just bear with me. I'll get there eventually. Alright. Pop them loose. I did watch one video where somebody said to use a rubber band to give it a little bit of space in the back side compared to the front side. I don't have a rubber band, so I guess I'm just going to do this my own way. Now, oh, that's off of a shifter. So that's probably going to be this side. I can only imagine. I know this one came off of the back, so I'm going to go ahead and clean this one up and lube the internals on it and make sure that it's going to be okay. Stick it down in there. Squirt. Squirt. That way if there's any debris and stuff in there, it'd come out, so. Give it a good wipe down. It's a little bit sticky. Yucky. Twist it just a little bit, pinch, and slide the rag down just to give it a good pull. There we go. Feels so much better now. It's not all sticky. I like that. I'm going to go ahead and set this back in here though. Alright, and then I've got one more brake hose. I just don't remember which one is which. Were they both on top? Yes, they were both on top, so that was this side. So this is the back one. Go ahead and pull that out. That's going to be close to going to trash now. Now what I'm using is just Walmart's little can. I'll show it to you here in a second. I just use cheap stuff. Like I said, I am not a bike mechanic by any means. This is just my way of putting myself out there and entertainment, basically. Two-in-one bicycle chain care, cleans and lubricates. Okay, so it's chain care, but I'm using it as a lubricant for these. Alright, and then I know this one's a rear, so. Well, I said it's a rear, but. Oh no. Let's see. No, that ain't gonna give us no flex. And actually, I may have to flip those around. I'm not sure. It depends on. We'll see when we get there, because it did not have this style brakes on it when I got it. It had the ones with the cable that wide up into one cable. So I'm just trying to, because I think this one went over to here originally. That would make sense. Yeah, that's what it did. It just went straight into that before. And I don't like that anyway, because that puts your brake cable in a bind, unless, well, I guess if you zip tied it there, you'd probably be okay. So that's the way that one was originally, and then this one would have went down into that tube and then came up through here. And then the other brake cable is back here, and it went down and around into here. But I feel like it should have went through this hole or something. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it even wrapped around the side and went in. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I left it on there so I didn't have to worry about it, and then it came off. But I'll figure it out when I get that far. Right now we're working on the fronts, and I keep getting sidetracked. Blame it on my ADD. Go ahead and take the cable out. Alrighty. Now that we got that in, let's see what kind of other pieces we have over here. Okay, it would appear that we do have a liner in there. That's good. It's really good. I'll go ahead and do the same thing we just did. Ooh, that feels so nice. Alright, there we go. Now we got that. Yeah, I should probably swap those around. And that's okay, because that's what this is. It's a learning experience. Haha! I don't mind taking things back apart every once in a while. I'd rather do something right the first time, and then don't always get that choice, but don't necessarily like having to put it on this side, but that's okay. Well, I guess first I should probably make sure that that's even a possibility of doing. I think they only go on one way. Crap. I may have to do something for the front. We will figure this out, but for now I think I'm going to have to move on to the back brake. I'll have to find somewhere where I can get some of those. I won't be able to put the ends on it, but hopefully that doesn't matter. All right. Although, you know what? Yeah, that is just way too short. Too bad I can't swap the sides on that. I don't know, I might try and figure out something just to get it to work for now. But, oh, hey, there's an idea. Run it back through where it's supposed to go through. Oops. What a tangled mess we weave. Let's see if it came with anything else in here that I might be able to use there. I don't see nothing else in there. Let's check over here. I don't know what these do. But let's crack it open and see. Because I think I can use that. This bike's really going to be ammo can built. Oh, those are cable end crimps. I'm still not sure what these are though. They've got a lot of them in there. I don't know. We'll find out. I just want to use it as a slide. Fits down in there, so there's a positive. Oh, I don't know what that does. Oh no, that looked like a little pin. Well, it came out anyway. That's the important thing there. It feels like it's got a little more of a snug fit. I'll use that one. See, we can figure this out. And probably... I don't like having this line exposed, but it's gonna be a for now situation. So, I'll be alright with it. For now. Too bad I don't have any tape, because I feel like some tape would be really beneficial in there. I do not have any tape. Okay. Oh, that's alright, because that ain't trying to come out anyway. Oh, but that is. Oops. That could be bad. I don't know. I hope not. I'll just have to keep an eye on it. Alright, we're getting close though. So I need to find something to kind of gap that a little bit. So I think I'm just going to use a little piece of this paper towel. I'm going to go get a new paper towel. I will be right back. Okay, got a fresh battery in it, so we should be good for the rest of this little session on the brakes anyway. I'll probably have to charge the batteries and relax for a little while before I do the shifter. That dude don't like to go in, that's for sure. Maybe loosen this one up so it can slide out. Maybe? Nope. Guess that one needs to get tight too. Or maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about at all. That's a possibility too. Try and get my hands out of your way so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, that did not make a bit of difference one way or the other. Okay, well, let's give it a squeeze and see what it does. Okay, it all opened back up. Cool. Let's bring this one back just a little bit. See if that comes away. That front brake really grabs. I like that. Tried to make it not grab so much, but it'll be alright. We'll be okay. Just pick up the back of it and make sure it don't rub. I don't hear nor see any rubbing. It's pretty close on this side, but let's go ahead and give it a light. Haha. Houston, we have liftoff. Okay, alright, alright, alright. I know I'm gonna need these again. Yeah, I've got that little tray up there and I'm still not using it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Up here you want to take and tuck that in back there so it looks a little bit cleaner, supposedly. I don't know. I've never seen anybody else do it, so. Alright. I'll bring you up so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. That should be good enough. We'll leave that one about right there. I was hoping a fast cut was going to get it. Fast cut did not get it. Hey, hey, hey. There we go. Now I'm going to use my pliers to twist the end back together again. Because I would imagine we're going to have the same problem I had on the front. Now mind you, all of my tools are like super cheap. I don't buy anything expensive if I don't absolutely have to. I'm just cheap like that. So there are better tools for the job than what I'm using, and I'm just trying to get by, okay? Now let's see if I can find the one with the big hole. Oh, they're all the same size. They just looked like they were different for a moment. for me. There we go. There we go. Got it. This one did not put itself back together like the other one did. So it might be a little more difficult. Hey, 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 look at that. We got it on now. There we go. Let's give it a little crimp. A little crampy. Hey, hey, hey. Who wants to play? And we have brakes. That's exciting. Legitimately exciting to have brakes on this again. And they're not even the same style that was originally on the bike, so that may or may not make a difference. I don't know. We will see. I'm just happy that I got it working. All right, there's another one for you. So this video was me putting on shifters and brake levers because it's a integrated system that I put on it. It's got the thumb and forefinger to shift instead of the instead of the twist grip, which we do have one bike here that has the twist grip shift. That's on my middle boy's bike. I would eventually like to do the same thing I did with this and swap that over. But that is a project for another day. But remember, if Ammo can, you can too. And I'll walk you through every step of the way. And I just realized I did not put the boot on the back. So now I got to take that off and do it. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Remember, if you can have a learning experience like this one, try not to. I'll set that wrench down somewhere. ADHD will never let me find it. It was right there. Alright, well, yeah, I just thought that was going to be the end of the video for you. I got a little ahead of myself on this one, so hopefully I can get this dust boot over it. There we go. Sweetness, feel sweet, bringing you the giant taste of Diet Dr. Pepper. I think I saw the smash mark from where I had it from before. So we'll try that and see what it gives me. Okay, we'll take it in just a pinch more. Ugh. yet again. Uh-oh, something didn't go back to where it was. I don't know what I did, but it didn't like it. Okay, well, guess we'll back this one back out. This is a bad thing about messing with your brakes. Every time you do something, you gotta readjust. Oop, went a little too far. Hey. Not sure where that came from. Yep, I'll just go ahead and give that another little, just a yicka yicka and then yicka yicka you. Okay, that one's not gonna go in. That's fine. That's just a aesthetic thing that some people worry about. I'm not as worried about it. But yeah, there we go. Got that. And I don't know, maybe I'll do a test ride for you guys at some point. I don't know. I'm definitely not going to do that until after I get the shifters hooked up. But yeah, I know I've already said it once, but I'll say it again. Remember, if ammo can, you can too. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.